the escrow account, and then we can feed on it like piranhas.
Yeah.
And all we need to do for that is create a war, and only a few thousand people will die.
Does it bother anybody that we've given $100 billion, is it, to Ukraine, probably more, in cash, and then we give them weapons and whatnot. And all I'm seeing are drones dropping grenades on Russians. Now, call me silly. I would imagine $100 billion buys a lot more weaponry than consumer drones with grenades attached to them. This should be an insane, like the Battle of fucking the Ardennes. This should be a fucking huge army rolling over the Russians for $100 billion.
It should be the end of the war.
It's more than the Russians spend on their entire military that we've given them. Where are the clips of these insane rocket attacks? Air Force, tanks. Here's what I say. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Rewind. By the way, before you play it, pause. I don't like this.
No, me neither.
I think this is a fucking war crime.
Yeah, good point.
This is terrorism.
It's also a snuff film.
Yes, it's a snuff film, but we're used to seeing those.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with it. When you have a bombing mission, there are pilots in the planes, and they have a mission to accomplish, and they're putting themselves in harm's way. This is so arbitrary and so, I don't know. It seems like there's no risk on the part of the warrior on one side.
Right.
And he's, not that I'm saying there should be.
But that's been American war for a long time now. How many
have
times
drones.
have you seen the drones?
I get you.
Obama.
And they shoot Hellfire missiles, and you know, it's a guy in a storage container in Las Vegas controlling this video game that's literally killing people. I get it. And believe me, I have a problem with that too, in a way. But there's something about this that just seems war crimey. There's something war crimey about. Look at this. There are guys in a foxhole. That thing drops in. It didn't even blow right up until. Oh. And you know what? It's weird. You don't get this spectacular movie explosion.
Boom.
It's not what it takes.
Yeah, he's just lost his
There's
legs.
not a spectacular gasoline mushroom cloud explosion. It takes a very little bit of boom because it's all shrapnel. That boom you see is shooting shit out, metal that's ripping through these motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're not walking away from that.
Yeah, it rips right through them. And they're all huddled in these foxholes.
Oh,
and they're just dropping these bombs with impunity. And what? Oh, he shot down one of our little fucking DJI drones that I bought from fucking Amazon. Well, we got 8 billion more. Let's just drop some more. I don't know. This seems very cruel.
Dead, rotting teenagers. It's also
human.
It's very Vietnam-esque.
Yeah.
It's these young boys getting blown up and crawling on their stomachs.
Yes.
Not even knowing where the fuck they're there.
What's supposed to be a civilized, modern nation of Russia, and this guerrilla warfare of
that's enough.
Ukraine. Yeah, we've seen enough of these guys getting killed in horrible fashion. I saw one that was just... I don't like shit like that. I really don't watch.
Welcome to the club.
It's really terrible.
Welcome to Earth.
I know. Jeez, call me a fag. There was one where they set off one of those, not set off, they dropped it on a couple of guys, and don't pop it up. I'm not kidding. Please don't. It's two guys in a river, and it goes off. One guy gets killed pretty quickly. The other guy is kind of okay, but not. And he's trying to help his friend, but he realizes he's dead. And I guess something fucked with him, and he just starts shaking. He drowns to death in that river because his body has no ability to swim. It's the smallest little river. It's nothing.
So he went into a state of shock.
Yeah.
And he lost control of his limbs.
It hit something where he couldn't control his limbs anymore, but he's trying so hard to kick. I mean, the side of the river is here, right here. He can't do it. and then you see him kind of roll over, and he's underwater, and he's struggling because now he's breathing in fucking water, and then he just goes boop limp, and the site that had it, or the account that had it, was a pro-Ukrainian site, and it's like, good, look at this invader,
Die,
drowned to
bitch.
death. Yeah, it's like, that's fucking brutal.
There's 100 Ukraine flags on my street in liberal land.
Do they know that?
I want to
This
just go with an
insane,
iPad and be like,
horrible
I have
death?
some great news.
Yeah.
We are
Watch this.
kicking ass.
You
and
should be loving
your
this.
support means everything to them. Here are some shitbag Russian teenagers getting their legs blown off. Isn't this awesome?
You like this?
Oh, look at this video. This is a guy who has an epileptic seizure in a river and drowns
to
in
death.
like 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
And you are helping.
Awesome.
Great work.
Look at these teens huddled together in fear and this
cold
thing.
and confusion.
Yeah.
And then a $30 weapon
And yours-
that we spent $100 billion on plops a fucking garbage grenade down.
It was a grenade.
It doesn't even kill them all, by the way.
No. But it takes them all out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They're also injured, and
That's an
they're not an
MS-13.
effective fighting force anymore. And you know, if some Ukrainian guy wants to crawl up to that bunker and pull a fucking pin and lob one in, hey.
That's
Maybe you
war.
ought to watch your fucking perimeter a little better. Maybe you shouldn't all be in one hole. Whatever. But this, I used to put those over my neighbor's house to look in on their parties. That's what those are fucking used for. And they just drop fucking.
That
bombs on it.
fucking grenade looked legal.
Yeah.
It looked like I could get it
I
in New
made
York.
it. It's an
not New Jersey, but Pennsylvania.
Estes model rocket with a fucking firework on the tip. I just don't know. I'm not saying, look, if we were attacked by a foreign nation, let's say Mexico. Oh, wait, we are. No, let's say we were attacked by a foreign nation.
Hey, China?
Yes, China. I wouldn't care how we kill those motherfuckers. So I'm not the best judge
Right.
to say how they feel about that. I mean, I'm sure there are Ukrainians that have lost people that watch that video and jerk off to it. But as an outsider looking in, which I think you have a much more, rational kind of view of life and death in that situation, I just don't like it.
Well, I
see
think you're
something-
right to have
something humanly
No,
wrong.
what's happening is your instincts are kicking in, and you're recognizing there's something that's not right about this war. It's not a real war.
Yeah.
This is no World War I, World War II kind
Right.
of scenario. Vietnam, I would say, is not a real war either. I'm not saying it wasn't consequential. I'm saying there was no real point to it.
Right.
And with this war, you go, it's Putin who's corrupt and possibly senile. I don't know what's going on with his health.
Yeah.
You have Zelensky, who's an actor.
An actor.
Who, by the way, is a comedian. He is like the Archie Bunker of Russia, not
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Yeah,
His
Russia.
character was a working class Bart Simpson
Yes.
of Russia. So that's how he came to fame. He happened to be Ukrainian. And then you have Biden, who I think it's a compliment to say he has Down syndrome.
I've seen Down syndrome
That's
people
flattering.
express themselves.
I would literally rather have someone with Down syndrome
Yes.
running the country. I'd be worried that they would be easily influenced.
easily influenced.
But outside of that, like
Yeah.
say someone with Down syndrome next to like his big brother who's like, whoa, I don't
There you
trust
go. Yes, somebody to guide him.
That way, and he came with his own shit.
Oh, can we
Like,
do that?
Why don't we privatize? If charter schools are getting better grades, then why don't we have more charter schools?
Oh, yeah.
I saw that they were talking about ESG, like the green stuff, the Greta Thunberg stuff.
Oh,
In
yes.
South Africa, and they did no coal, and then they switched to other stuff like wind power. Now they got no electricity. So maybe we
Wow.
shouldn't do that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I heard that fracking gives a lot of gas, a lot of oil.
Did you?
We have more fracking.
This
and then
guy, I would so take this
we
guy.
don't need the oil from the bad place, Middle
Very
East.
good,
where
yes.
they're mean to everybody. I
Yeah.
don't want the mean oil. Why don't we do is oil?
Oh, very good. Wow.
Yeah, I don't want a war.
And
I don't like war.
The press is sitting there going, "Oh my God, he's He's the greatest president.
Hey, what's that in the sky? Shoot it down. I don't want that. That's crazy. Get it away from me. So you want us to shoot it down, Mr. President? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Before it even gets close. Sorry, I swore. But before it even gets close to us, shoot it down. Why is everyone at the airport black? I don't know. I know like one black guy. I go to airport, everyone's black. They should be like normal, like a normal,
Wow.
normal amount of